Proverbs 18. An unfriendly person pursues selfish ends, and against all sound judgment starts quarrels. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. You talk too much, you just want to talk and not listen. When wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach. The words of the mouth are deep waters, but the fountain of wisdom is a rushing stream. It is not good to be partial to the wicked, and so deprive the innocent of justice. The lips of fools bring them strife, and their mouths invite a beating. Be careful what you say. The mouths of fools are their undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. What you say is important. People will hate you. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the inmost parts. One who is slack in his work is a close relative of one who destroys. Work with diligence. Make sure things are taken care of. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine it a wall too high to scale. Before a downfall, the heart is haughty, but humility comes before honor. Pride will result in failure. Humility will result in honor. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. Don't talk too much. Listen. The human spirit can endure in sickness, but a crushed spirit who can bear? The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out. If you're wise, you seek knowledge. You seek to understand. A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. It's not a bribe, but it's a way to let people know that you mean well. In a lawsuit, the first to speak seems right, until someone comes forward and cross-examines. Always hear both sides of the story. And also with verse 16, people need to know you care before they will hear you out. Verse 18, casting the lot settles disputes and keeps strong opponents apart. A brother wronged is more unyielding than a fortified city. Disputes are like the barred gate of a citadel. From the fruit of their mouths, people's stomachs are filled. With the harvest of their lips, they are satisfied. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Once again, the power of your words. Choose your words wisely. Verse 22. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. The poor plead for mercy, but the rich answers harshly. Well, that's the state of the reality. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Make sure your friends are trustworthy. Better the poor whose walk is blameless than a fool whose lips are perverse. Desire without knowledge is not good. How much more will hasty feet miss the way? Well, the feelings need to be under the control of knowledge of your mind. That's the guiding center, not your feelings. One whose own folly leads to ruin, yet the heart rages against the Lord. It's your own foolishness that brings you to your bad consequences. Don't be mad at God. Wealth attracts many friends, but even the closest friends of the poor desert them. Money talks. Just be careful people's true motives for being your friend. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free. Many curry favor with a ruler, and everyone is the friend of one who gives gifts. If you have power and you give gifts, you have many friends. The poor are shunned by all their relatives, and how much more do their friends avoid them? And in society today, it's not only money, it's more status and positions in society will determine the friends you have. Though they pursue them with pleading, they are nowhere to be found. Those who get wisdom love their own lives. Those who cherish understanding will soon prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will perish. It is not fitting for a fool to live in luxury. How much worse for a slave to rule over a princess? A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. If you have patience, give people room to vent, to make mistakes, to give people room to even sin, because you're a selfish sinner. And above all, just overlook things and love people. A king's rage is like the roar of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. Be careful of those who have power over you. In their anger, you can be demolished. A foolish child is a father's ruin, and also, if you try to please them to the best that you know how, it'll be good for you. A foolish child is a father's ruin, and a quarrelsome wife is like the constant dripping of a leaky roof. A man needs a wife who uplifts him and let go of his mistakes and support him. Houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry. Those who obey instructions preserve their lives, but those who are contemptuous of their ways will die. You just do things your own way, don't care about doing the right thing, doing it the right way, and you will have bad consequences. Those who are kind to the poor lend to the Lord, and He will reward them for what they have done. Here's another verse that talks about using what God gives us to serve others. Discipline your children, for in that there is hope. Do not be a willing party to their death. It's not about being harsh and beating them. It's more about guiding them and training them, continuously training them. The hot-tempered must pay the penalty. Rescue them and you will have to do it again. Listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you will be counted among the wise. Many are the plans in a human heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Sometimes we think that we know all these methods and ways of planning, of leading, of organizing. We forget that God is the one who determines the end of everything, the result of everything. He actually foreordained everything before you even start the project. What a person desires is unfailing love. Better to be poor than a liar. Everyone desires to be loved, and you need to show that. The fear of the Lord leads to life. Then one rests content, untouched by trouble. In the end, just fear God and obey Him. That's it. The sluggards bury their hands in the dish and will not even bring them back to their mouths. Flog a mocker, and the simple will learn prudence. Rebuke the discerning, and they will gain knowledge. Whoever robs their father and drives out their mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace. Stop listening to instruction, my child, and you will stray from the words of knowledge. It's a lifelong learning. You're always learning. A corrupt witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked gulps down evil. Always be humble and learn. Penalties are prepared for mockers, and beatings for the backs of fools. Another verse about you reap the bad consequences if you act foolishly and contemptuously and without respect. Wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. There's nothing wrong with alcohol, but I wouldn't mess with it. Why would you? If there's a chance that you can act in a way that is dishonoring. A king's wrath strikes terror like the roar of a lion. Those who anger him forfeit their lives. Here goes again. You can apply this to your boss, or even to another person. You want to create good relationships, build good relationships. Do your best to, and with all your effort, to build good relationships with those who have power over you especially, but also with those who are your neighbor, who you have contact with. It is to one's honor to avoid strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel. You will always have differences. People always have different interests and motives, but in the end, you need to really try to build bridges with people. Don't be quick to judge. Don't be quick to be in conflict. Build relationships first and foremost, and create trust. Sluggards do not plow in season, so at harvest time they look but find nothing. Well, here's another verse about planning, being diligent and planning out your work and doing things right and doing things diligently so that you can reap the results. Work hard at whatever you do so you can make a living. The purposes of the human heart are deep waters, but those who have insight draw them out. You don't know what is in a person's heart, but chat with them and get to know them. Many claim to have unfailing love, but a faithful person who can find? The righteous lead blameless lives. Blessed are their children after them. When a king sits on his throne to judge, he winnows out all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have kept my heart pure, I am clean and without sin? Nobody can say that, of course. So be easy on others and be easy on yourself. All you need to do is know that God forgives you and be thankful for that. Live a life in a way that's thankful to God. Differing weights and differing measures, the Lord detests them both. Even small children are known by their actions. So is their conduct really pure and upright? We really do need to examine our hearts and see if what we're doing is righteous before God. Ears that hear and eyes that see, the Lord has made them both. Do not love sleep, or you will grow poor. Stay awake, and you will have food to spare. Talks about not giving in to the tendency of our flesh to be over enjoying ourselves, I guess. We need to fight against that and train ourselves, our body, to only have enough, not to overindulge ourselves. God created us to work, but also to get good rest. It's no good, says the buyer, then goes off and boasts about the purchase. Gold there is, and rubies in abundance, but lips that speak knowledge are a rare jewel. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger. Hold it in pledge if it is done for an outsider. Food gained by fraud tastes sweet, but one ends up with a mouthful of gravel. Plans are established by seeking advice. So if you wage war, obtain guidance. Before making any decisions, big important decisions, we really do need to seek out God and amongst God and other trustworthy people. And Let it sit. Think about it. Don't hurry. The gossip betrays the confidence, so avoid anyone who talks too much. If you curse your father or mother, your lamp will be snuffed out in pitch darkness. We need to honor our father and our mother, but it is so messy if your relationship is strained. An inheritance claimed too soon will not be blessed at the end. Only get what belongs to you in due time. Don't force it. Don't take shortcuts to gain. Don't take what's not yours. Do not say, I'll pay you back for this wrong. Wait for the Lord, and He will avenge you. There's going to be a lot of wrongs in this world. Some could be righted, but not all of them. So just move on and let it go. The Lord detests differing weights, and dishonest scales do not please Him. He wants you to always do the right thing. A person's steps are directed by the Lord. How then can anyone understand their own way? Well, it goes with sovereignty of God, and He foreordained everything that we do and say. It is a trap to dedicate something rashly and only later to consider one's vows. Here's another verse about don't be too quick to talk. A wise king winnows out the wicked. He drives the threshing wheel over them. The human spirit is the lamp of the Lord that sheds light on one's inmost being. How your spirit is, the condition of your spirit sheds light on who you are. So keep yourself pure before God. It takes work because the natural way for us to live is sinful, fleshly way. So we really have to work on keeping our lamp clear and bright, cultivating nearness with God. Love and faithfulness keep a king safe. Through love, his throne is made secure. So if you are a leader over people, make sure that you have good relationships with them and find good people. The glory of young men is their strength. Gray hair, the splendor of the old. The young men have energy and actions and strength, while the older people have knowledge and wisdom. Blows and wounds cleanse away evil, and beatings purge the inmost being. And it goes with the discipline.